Hey, you guys, welcome to episode 4 of The Abundant Bee. I'm officially a part of the Tiny Mite community. I know, it's wild. I really debated how I wanted to go ahead and do this. I knew I wanted to do it outside because the lighting is just perfect. And then you guys get to see all of the hard work of the Abundant Bee behind me. My first 3 episodes were very scripted, and I am going to do my best to go completely off script with this. I'm going to try my best to speak with a good cadence. I'm going to try my best to look in the camera correctly as my phone is not vertical. This is going to be interesting. It's going to be a wild ride. We're going to learn a lot. What I originally was going to go ahead and bring to you guys in episode 4 was talk to you guys about my wine journeys, customer service within the wine journeys, and just share some funny stories. And I think I'm going to save that for another day. So what I would love to go ahead and tell you guys is my story. Potentially, many of you have heard it so many times, but I think it's worth being unscripted for. The Abundant Bee is the long-term plan. The Abundant Bee is genuinely my heart coming out to all of you guys. I am absolutely, utterly, happily willing to try all the things and to share it with you and to show you guys that you don't have to stop just because maybe you didn't do something well. You don't have to stop just because you're in the process of learning. You don't have to be polished. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be authentically you. You know, so many people on social media nowadays say, oh, if you're bringing value to somebody, then that means that you're doing it right and they're gonna want to follow you. I don't know about you guys, but the people that I follow, it's because they're fun and they speak to me and they have great energy. And it's not necessarily because of this like insane amount of value that they're bringing to my life. It's just that I love watching them. I love watching somebody else be creative. I love watching somebody be goofy. I love watching somebody be fun. I love watching somebody try something new, take a risk, put themselves out there. That is something that I have worked on very hard. Growing up, I was very quiet. I don't think I actually came out of my shell probably my senior year of high school. It took me a really long time to feel comfortable in myself. I had some really key moments that happened that year of people that helped me and encouraged me and really showed me who I was. It was a great jumping off point from there to go ahead and learn as much as I could about anything. If you've known me through all of these years, through all of the journey, I love learning. I love trying new things. Sometimes I take on way too much. I'm learning how to also rein that in and not necessarily just go off. I really want to encourage anybody who's watching this to try anything. You have always watched somebody out there into watercolors and painting. Go get a watercolor paint by number set. Like, try something. If you're like me and during COVID you watched all these people furniture flipping and you're like, I don't know that I can do that, but I think I can do it. Try it. It's super fun. It's a ton of work. It's the grind when you're furniture flipping and if you're doing it right. For the Abundant Bee, how it came to me, I was at a really weird stage, really not anything creative happening. I actually really didn't believe I was a creative person growing up. It wasn't until I think maybe I was like maybe 22, 23, somewhere around there. My husband's aunt had shared with me crocheting and I thought, I could maybe try that. So I decided to go for it. I did very simple things at first. I stayed with like washcloths and like simple blankets for just one stitch. Soon learned that I was actually very good at it and that I could actually think up, oh, well, what if I use this stitch and this stitch combined? And I made a bigger blanket or I made a cooler baby blanket. I started very small and very simple. And then that just became my thing. I did it for a while. I made my very first infinity scarf. I think it was in like 2014, 2015. I had somebody at my work model it for me so I could take a picture of it and put it on social media. It kind of blew up from there. In about 3 months, I sold over $1,000 worth of scarves. I was crocheting until the wee hours of the morning trying to get all these scarves done. It took a lot of time, but I had a ton of fun with it. And then I went into like different beanies and fun, cute little kid, like Spider-Man and like Ninja Turtles. That was a huge hit. I was really loving doing it. And then there just came a point in time where I just needed a break. And so I did. I took a good 2-year break from crocheting. crocheting, which seems crazy to me because I probably crochet almost every day now. Whether it's just a 15-minute mental break for myself, I actually have a plan, something in mind that I want to put on my Etsy site. So after that, I got back into crocheting. In 2017, it was like severely broke my right ankle. I was on disability and at home for 12 weeks. At that time, I was running admissions for a school and doing, God, probably like 12 tours a day. One, that's a lot of talking. Two, for me, it was a lot of movement. And so I was very used to being people oriented and talking all day long. You can imagine being at home for 12 weeks with this ankle and a cast. I can't move. I need something to keep me going. I decided to join Unique, which is a makeup business. But at that time, I had a friend that I worked with that she was like, well, why don't you do this while you're at home? You know, you love makeup, you love hair, you love doing the whole thing. So I actually got started. I had no tripods, no nothing, no ring lights. I didn't have the whole shebang. I literally propped my phone up on some books in my living room as my foot was elevated and propped up, and I did my makeup live. I had so much fun doing that. Continued to do that for quite a while. Actually, after that, I left my company that I was working at and I moved to a different school. God was so good in that move. I needed it so badly. I will tell my story later, but at the time, I was just being horrifically verbally abused by my head of school at the previous school I was at. I had to get out of there. I continued doing the makeup side of it, and then I got into my new school, and they're like really leading in technology in the education space, and I was very excited about that. And so I kept thinking like, well, what could I do to take the Abundant Bee to the next level? What could I do to make a change? So I started researching of making my first website. I didn't know what I was going to do with this website. I didn't know what I was going to put on it. I knew I wanted to write. I've always been a writer most of my life. I wrote a lot in elementary school, did a lot of like young authors fairs. I wanted to get back into it. And I thought, oh, blogging's the next best thing. In January of 2022, I launched theabundantbee.co. I launched it on Wix. It was my first website and my first blog. I've had such a great time with it. I have thoroughly enjoyed writing. Writing for me has been therapeutic. It's been so helpful to just like digest thoughts as they come in, share funny stories, share myself, share my heart. I have thoroughly enjoyed my blog. So I did that for a while. Rewind back a little bit. 2020, when COVID hit, I was watching a ton of videos of people furniture flipping. And so in 2021, I decided to do my first project. I loved it. I got addicted. And very soon after that, I had a full-blown, probably like 21 pieces of furniture in our garage, which obviously I can see there it went too far. I should not have gotten that gung-ho with all of it. So I was working on running my website, writing my blog, furniture flipping, crocheting. You guys, it got to be a lot. Literally, my week looks very much like on Monday, I'm doing this. On Tuesday, I'm doing this. On Wednesday, I'm doing this. And that's probably like most people who are trying to run any type of entrepreneurial venture. In the midst of all of this, I've really learned the financial side of it and making sure that I'm not like wasting money, especially furniture flipping. It really can get to be a money pit. If you're holding on to furniture and pieces and you're not sourcing them productively, you're just kind of like so excited and you're like, oh yeah, I'll go get that for $100 off a Facebook marketplace. I am very good about waiting now and waiting for the right piece. In that scale back, one of the things I did need to scale back was my Wix website. It was a money pit. There wasn't enough traffic coming to it. It's not worth it. This last year, 2025, I started my Substack. I have been loving it. If you guys were to go look at theabundantbee.co, it would take you to my blog. It has really given me so much freedom to write how I want to write. I really, really am working on keeping everything simple. When we're sharing about ourselves, when we're sharing about our growth, when we're sharing about who we are, what we're passionate about, it just needs to be simple. We don't need to overcomplicate anything. I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about where this journey is going right now. I have a ton of Etsy projects that I'm putting online. It's really fun seeing this whole process evolve. I enjoy the moment of sharing with you guys when, if you guys haven't seen my video of me cleaning a fish and cutting a fish, it's bad, you guys. You have to go watch it. I'm surprised I haven't gotten more comments to this day on how bad I cut this fish. But I had a great meal out of it. One, I don't have proper knives to go ahead and cut this fish. And two, I just don't want to cut the fish. I don't mind fishing. I enjoy fishing. I've caught fish before. I don't want to cut them and clean them. There's got to be somebody else. How I see all of this and what I see the Abundant Bee and the Abundantly Creative podcast, like why I started this podcast is just to share me with you. It's literally it. I'm never going to niche down. Sharing me is sharing all of me. And whether that be us talking about something fun, whether it's something I'm building building, creating, whether it be me sharing my wine journey with you. We love wine. We have been going to Napa for so many years. I will put down in the comments. We hacked our own wine fridge. Oh my God, how did you guys have that idea? Like, how did you guys come up with that? Sharing those kind of things, to me, that's all creativity. I'm on this journey to learn. I'm on this journey to get better. I'm not on this journey to have this huge podcast where I have bookcases and like all the pretty stuff behind me. Maybe one day that will happen. I don't know. But right now, it's going to be me under the umbrella in my backyard, or me in a little corner in my house. One of the things that I just shared publicly, which was really kind of hard to share, was the first chapter of the YA novel I'm writing. Writing is such a passion for me. I grew up watching every 80s rom-com, 80, 90, 2000s rom-com. I probably had The Breakfast Club and Pretty in Pink, Clueless. That was my imagination back then. It revolved around those things. I actually was really inspired by Jenny Han when she wrote To All the Boys I Loved Before, and watching it come into a movie adaptation. That was really fun to watch that come to life. So writing now, I'm actually thinking that out as part of it. And that may be too lofty. Maybe that's too big of a goal. I love a big, fat, hairy, audacious goal. Like, give it to me. I think that out. I think, what would this be like for all the people who watched The Summer I Turned Pretty off campus every summer after? What would this look like if I took this from book to screen? I also have figured, if you guys aren't watching Reese Witherspoon and her journey, she's a phenomenally smart, brilliant woman. And I think about that. She thinks so forward and so unlimited. And so I want to make sure I'm thinking unlimited. So that's a whole nother journey of the Abundant Bee. So that was my goal today, you guys, is to share with you just kind of the journey, where this all started and where this all came from. This may not be polished. I don't think it will be, and that's okay. It's going to be authentically me. So I hope that this was fun for you guys. Tell me in the comments if it was. Tell me if you're like, okay, you went on way too many rants and I couldn't follow you. I'm going to watch this back. I probably will re-record some things. We'll see. This little mic thing is super cool. I feel like I did a good job being horizontal, right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it brought a smile to your face. And I hope that together we can learn to be abundantly creative. So thank you so much for being a part of this. I can't wait to figure out what I'm going to do for episode 5 and what I'm going to talk to you guys about. So thank you guys so much for being a part of this. And if you have not already followed me on Substack, on YouTube, Instagram, please go do all the things. That would be amazing. I would love it. Thank you. I'm going to throw it all down in the comments for you. Have a fabulous, fabulous evening.